The Democrats weren't the only ones having a debate Thursday night. For several months now, a debate over what to do with a piece of land in Everett has garnered controversy, a moratorium, and tonight, a conversation.
We wanted to clear up any misconceptions. People's fears can run wild if they don't have information.
Fred Sastrom is the CEO of Housing Hope. On Thursday, he came to Sequoia High School and answered questions from residents who would be impacted by this project and invite their input.
We don't want to have any preconceived ideas on what we think would best fit into this neighborhood. We want to hear from the neighborhood and co-create this project with them.
Now, the issue stems from a piece of land on Norton Avenue that the Everett School District and Housing Hope want to use to create affordable housing to combat homelessness for families within the Everett School District. The project would house 34 units, but could go as high as 50 units, Sastrom said Thursday. Neighbors from the proposed land say they felt blindsided, so the Everett City Council placed a 6-month moratorium on the supportive housing ordinance in single-family residential zones. At earlier meetings, there was standing room only and a lot of opinions. Sastrom said Thursday's meeting felt different.
I was hearing more understanding today, and not necessarily agreement, but I was hearing some people that were, maybe understanding the benefits of this project.
But not all residents were convinced.
You disrespected the process that the city put in place. And because you disrespected that process, you disrespected me. And that's not fair.
Sastrom says despite that, he still believes this neighborhood will be welcoming to the idea of helping families in the fight against homelessness.
The main purpose of this project is to help these homeless students to succeed in school and thereby to succeed in life.
Now, no formal decision was made today, though Sastrom did mention that they have applied for a rezoning of the area, something that he said they had to do because the application is only open once a year. Now, the city's 6-month moratorium remains. Another listening meeting is scheduled for September 26th. That's 2 weeks from tonight at the same time and location as tonight's meeting. Back to you guys.